I think I am the oldest contributor. I look back quickly at my first poem was in the Alaska Quarterly Review in 2003, and they've been so supportive. Ronald's been so supportive of my work. When I heard that the journal was in trouble, I wanted to do everything I could. So they're being very gentle about the fact that there's a fundraiser, but I'm a great believer in that poetry exists because of poets. So we found magazines and presses and reading series, and we have to support them. They're not some other thing that's just given to us free. So if you can at all, go to the website and give some money to the Alaska Quarterly Review or subscribe. And do that to as many literary magazines as you can. I tell my students it's kind of an ecology of writing. Write a poem, buy a literary magazine. Write a story, buy a book. It's all part of what needs to happen for your poems to find a place in the world when they come out. One of the things that the magazine's been very great about is publishing also not only my own poetry, but translation. So I live in Montevideo, Uruguay, part of the year, Uruguay. And I translate Uruguayan poets, especially women poets. They're just an amazing tradition of women poets. And they published some of my poems from Vadea Villarino, her book, The Love Poems, which just came out from the University of Pittsburgh Press. If I have time, I'll read one of those. But first, I'm going to read a poem of mine, which was in my latest book, America, That Island Off the Coast of France. And it is one poem. And so you won't panic. It's a poem in 50 sections, but they're very short sections. So you can sort of know where I am as I go along. And it's in 50 sections. It'll become clear to you because of the title. Actually, I think rather than reading from the book, it's easier to read it on the screen, isn't it? It looks like I'm looking at you. The title is 49 Answers to 50 Questions. 1. I was born in Fontainebleau, France in 1956, or I was born in Paris. In Fontainebleau, where Emperor Napoleon bade farewell to his old guard, saying, "Adieu, my friends, would I could press you to my heart." Or in Paris, near the Canal Saint-Martin, where the barges move slowly toward La Villette, the biggest slaughterhouse in Europe. 2. My mother was either a Calvinist from Kentucky, a major in the U.S. Army, who liked cigarettes and bourbon and only married when she was 40, or a French housemaid, a Jewish orphan raised in a convent who turned 19 the day I was born. 3. Both of them are dead. Both of them lived in dread of God and war and bad news in the night, and so do I. 4. By the window in this rental cottage are 4 birdhouses. They are inside, not outside, so birds can only window shop, only dream of a life inside a home, inside a home, inside a home, and I often feel the same. 5. Either I had 2 mothers or none, neither option, biologically speaking, possible for mammals. 6. The Jews deported from France left quietly. There was, of course, some weeping. 7. On Bastille Day, every year, I set my prisoners free. 8. A fellow soldier shot my mother in World War II. He was mad. She was lonely. That was one mother. The other was on her knees in a convent saying Mass while her parents were gassed in Poland. At least part of this is something that I know. 9. My greatest fear, that I'm wasting my life, though since you cannot hoard time like pennies, I am not sure what I can do about it. 10. In my dreams, I fly. In my dreams, I am always outside looking in. In my dreams, I am inside a house that is inside a house, inside a house. Birdhouses, universes, then someone shoots me from the sky and I wake up. 11. If I could be in France, 1956, being born, I would know once and for all who my mother was. Why can't I remember? 12. Why does it matter whose womb I was lifted from, whose belly the surgeon cut, whose blood the nurses washed from my downy head? Forget it, I tell myself. Death closer to me every second than being born. 13. And my own children closer than any of my mother's. Thus we set the past wrongs right. 14. Which include all of my unkindnesses to both my mothers. 15. And give thanks even for the gifts that come beribboned in our own blood. 16. Like the joy of seeing my own children lifted from me. 17. I should mention my poor papa, who slept with both my mothers, but who worked hard and came home to read to me each night. 18. I still tell myself stories to help me fall asleep, and it is his voice I hear inside my head, even when what he is telling me are lies. 19. It was simpler when I thought I only had one mother. I was lonely when I only had the one. When my daughter was 4 in a preschool where all the other children's parents were divorced and remarried or were lesbians, she turned to me and asked, "Where is my other mother?" 20. I wish I had just one of mine alive to be a grandmother to my children. 21. This cottage where I'm sleeping is like a birdhouse. Bare wooden slats form an A above my head, and outside my window I hear owls and stars, not sounds you hear in Paris. 22. My mouth tastes like black coffee stirred with a metal spoon. 23. Coffee black as the dreams of the blind. No, I have no way to know that. Black as the dreams of my Kentucky mother who used to scream, "No, no, no," at night. 24. Once I took my children to the top of the Eiffel Tower where all Paris lay spread at our feet like the dream of a toy city. 25. Once I was going to have a second daughter and name her Lily. 26. I'd be lying if I told you that I always told the truth. Sometimes I just forget to. Sometimes I don't remember anymore. 27. Where do you find a legless dog? Exactly where you left him. That's a joke, and when my daughter tells it, it gets me every time. 28. If you cut the wolf open, do you get your child, your mother, back again? Or does that only work for woodmen who carry freshly sharpened axes? 29. I'm not sure why I wanted to name a daughter Lily, a waxy flower appropriate for funerals, for fleur-de-lis, I guess, for France, for everything I left there, birth mother, birth language, then Lily was lost to me as well. 30. Love is a house and we are hungry birds inside it. 31. Just writing that makes me angry. Me, the chick, waiting for the worm in spite of having 2 damn mothers. Why am I so hungry? 32. Anger is what keeps this birdhouse warm. 33. My mother was a soldier unless my mother was a whore. 34. A linguist once told me human beings exist to carry words from one location to another. Language, the chicks inside the birdhouse. Language, what lives on. 35. I also have a deep fear of memory loss, forgetting even what I cannot say I know. 36. I'm amazed by all the things my son remembers, names of kings, dates of wars. Little by little, I am letting him take over history as the family dinner table topic. 37. Except for the secrets, except for the things he will never know. 38. It is madness, you know, this trying to learn the truth about the past. It is madness to think there even is one. 39. It is a grace to write a poem and share my madness with you, gentle reader. It is madness to think what I write down and you read is still a secret, but I beg you, please, do not tell a soul. 40. Can I trust you? 41. I miss Paris. I miss having 2 mothers, both of them alive, each holding a hand as we crossed the Champ de Mars. I don't think that ever happened. 42. I do not want to see another funeral. I do not want to read another will. I do not want to die until my children are much, much older. I do not want to be buried any place at all. 46. 43. Sorry. I was born a different person, one of those God chose, then subsequently, historically forgot. 44. In French, my name sounds like heart of a knight, but it is Breton and means horse house or plain old barn. The first name I carry now means God exists, though I am no proof. When I was born, in Hebrew, my name meant Lily. 45. Once and only once, I was born in the same country on the same day to 2 very different women, and I have 2 birth certificates to prove it. Proof, if you need it, that words on paper lie. 46. The answer is maybe there are 2 of me, and I'm the only one who doesn't know it. 47. Never assume a complicated answer And there was one so simple, my birth mother handing me to another and never looking back. 48. I want to go back in time so I can hold their hands so tightly I get to keep both mothers, but I cannot. In 1956, in France, I was born twice to two completely different mothers. 49. I wish that were a lie. 50. Let's see. Do I have time to sneak in a translation? A quick one? Okay. This book, which is love poems, is because they're all written by Idea Villarino to a man, a novelist, with whom she had a long and famous affair. And this one is called Alms. Open the hand and give me the sweet, sweet crumb, as if a god, as if the wind, as if the burning dew, as if never. Here, open the hand and give me the sweet, dirty crumb, or perhaps give me the tender hand that sustains you. Not the skin or the disordered hair or the breath or the saliva or everything that slips unconnected past the skin. No, if it is possible, if you hear me, if you are here, if I am someone, if it is not an illusion, a crazy lens, a grim mockery, open the hand and give me the dirty, dirty crumb. As if a god, as if the wind, as if the hand opens that distracts destiny and we're granting us a day. Thanks.